Hello everyone, it's Dawn. I know it's been a while, but it's that time of year where everyone's got more than they need to do to get done. So I thought I'd come on quickly today, and one of the questions I get asked is, where do I get my inspiration from? Well, there's more than one answer to that, but one of the inspirations I often get are from pictures of cards or other people's projects in magazines. Of course I don't copy them, I just look at the design and think, how can I make that different, or how can I make it my way? So I saw this one in a magazine. I couldn't tell you which one. It might have been Die Cutting Essentials, but don't hold me to it. In fact, I'm not sure it was. But anyway, it was in one of the magazines. I just cut it out and put it in my file. For me, there's far too much white on there. I know a lot of people like, or some people like white on white. I'm not that keen. But I like the style. I like the design. So I'm going to do something similar. It won't be exactly the same, but I'm going to do something similar. But of course, I'm going to do it my way. So here we go. I'm just going to slip that to one side. Now we have here a 6x6 plain white card. I just made this from white cardstock. So if you want to cut your own, you need a 12x6, score it at 6 and fold it in half. Couldn't be simpler. And that's the back. On the front, I have done an embossed mat. Now I haven't used any particular kit or any particular collection. This is just from, this card is a result of a stash raid. I just went through my stash and thought, what can I use to create this card? So we've got bits from all over. Some are from magazines, some are flowers I've made myself, some are just ordinary cardstock. This is an embossing folder I've had forever. So it's not from any particular kit, so you can make this from whatever you've got, as you can with all of these videos. So we have a 6x6 card base, and the embossed mat is 5x5 inches. Now don't worry about remembering the measurements. I will add all of them in the description below this video. Just click on the word more underneath the video. It will open up and you'll find everything you need to know. Now the next thing we need is a frame, and this will be the equivalent of this blue frame, only mine's green. So mine is green, as I've said, but you can do it whatever colour you like. And you need 2 dies for this. Mine is 5x5 and a 2.5x2.5, and you just slide one inside the other, tape them together or take them in place and cut them out. Now on the back of mine I have got some foam tape, and what we're going to do, as we've done before, I'm going to use a little bit of glue stick. We're going to use a glue stick later as well. And what we do, just to remind you, because it has been a while, we put this over the tape. It doesn't add to the stickiness, it doesn't take it away. But what it does do, it stops the instant grab. So if you don't get it where you want it first time, you've got time to pick it up and have another go. So I'm going to line mine up, because this is a 5x5 as the outer die was, and this mat is a 5x5. I'm going to line the two up, so hopefully they should just about match. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So that can lay down there like that. Now if you're very observant, you might have noticed there's a red mark just there. Now I think that might have come, I was doing some faux letter pressing, and I think it's the embossing folder has transferred some of the ink. But we won't worry about that, because I didn't notice it until after I'd started preparing this. And there are 2 ways you can deal with that. One, you can just emboss another mat, or you can do something else. So we'll get to that bit later. But first of all, let's have a go at putting some decoration on it. So I have die cut some flowers. Well, they're not really flowers, more like foliage really. I've die cut some mainly foliage from here, and I have got some flowers which I'll stick into my jumper. That's handy, isn't it? I suddenly looked down and thought, where are my flowers? They were sticking to my jumper, but we'll bring them in a second. So we'll get the foliage sorted out first, and I'm going to use a glue stick for this, because it's only paper on card. And oh, hang on a minute, no, that's today's deliberate mistake. But before we do that, we've got another frame to put on. I knew it didn't look right. So you will need a white border, and you will need 2 dies, 4 1/4 and 3 1/4. And once you've done that, it will look like that. So sorry. So I should learn to concentrate really, shouldn't I? So that's going to lay on there, and that is also going to be used with some glue stick. So we're just going to put that on there. I knew that something didn't look right. And then we will put the foliage on, and then the flowers, and then we will deal with that red splodge in the corner. So I'm just going to pop that over there like that, and we are going to lay that roughly in the middle, but because it's glue, you've got plenty of time to slide it around until you're happy with its position. And I think I'm reasonably happy with that. So I think that's all right. Yeah, that's how it should look. That's what I was expecting it to look like. My border is a bit bigger. You can see more of the green than you can in the original or in my inspiration, but I just wanted a bit more showing. This looks nice, but I wanted more showing. So I wanted more colour showing. So that's why I've done it like that. But you can adjust this. These measurements aren't set in stone. You can adjust these measurements to however you like. If you want a narrower border, just make this bit thicker. Make the inner die a little bit bigger. So I shall leave that one up to you. But now we will add the foliage. So I've cut 2 lots of each foliage. Oops, and that wasn't supposed to happen. But never mind. Tell you what, we'll put that to one side and we'll use it as it is. So I'm just going to put some glue up there. I'm not worried about it, how far it goes, because it will dry clear. So we're just going to slip some of that up there. We'll deal with that in a minute. And I have got this really fine leaf, this ferny type leaf. I've got one with a few berries on it, just to give it a little bit of colour. And I think we will have to put a little bit more glue over the top of that, otherwise this last one won't stick. And I've got a little holly sprig, and so I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to do the same along here. So it might have dried because it's quite warm in here today, despite the fact that it's December. It is actually quite warm in here, probably because I've got the heating on, but it is quite, well, for December it's actually quite warm outside even. Well, it is here anyway, even in the UK, which is known for its cold weather. At this time of year it's unseasonably warm. You couldn't go outside and wear your bikini, but it is quite warm. So, and I'm just going to, I can see that rolling off, and I'm just going to find somewhere for this little holly sprig. Maybe, oh, got there. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of glue along there, and it can go along there. Yeah, that'll be okay, I think. Well, pop that on there so it goes over the white, because green on green doesn't really show up. Now, I have got some flowers. I've just cut these. Again, these are from another pack, and these little, I found these beautiful gold, these are self-adhesive. These were in the December Love from Lizzie pack. Now, I can't remember where they were from because I haven't used them yet. And I'm going to use that there. I can't remember how many there were in a strip, but I just cut 3 of them off. I've got 3 flowers, and I thought they would make really, really nice flower centres. So that's what I've decided to do with them. Or some of them anyway. I shall use the others on another project another time. And I'm going to put those flowers there like that. And now we're going to deal with that bit up there. What I've done, again, in my stash, I have found, which quite coincidentally coordinates with these flowers. I found this, I think it's lavender. And look, in the back, I've got some foam pads. I've got foam pads on the back of my flowers as well, incidentally. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to line it up so that this bit covers that red mark. So I'm going to put that on there like that. Now, when I looked at it, I thought that doesn't quite look finished to me. And I wanted something up there. So again, in my stash, I found a little cardboard, what I'm calling it a button, and it's a beautiful little gold foiled bird on a flower, and I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And again, I've just got a little bit of foam tape on the back, or foam pad on the back I should say. I'm going to put that over there like that, make sure the bird's the right way up, and pop it down, and there we go, guys. There is our card for today. And I think that's gorgeous. Now, it's very different. It looks very different from my original inspiration, or the one that inspired me. So that was what I used as inspiration. And this is my version of it. Now, I think they're both really nice, but I just like a bit of colour. You know me by now. If you've been following my videos for a long time, you know I like a bit of colour. So, but I like this. This is more of a classic look, I think. But I like both, actually. Now I've got them side by side, I actually like them both. So I might do something similar to that another time. But for now, we will leave it there. It will stand up really nicely, she says. And it does stand up. And I have just noticed that on the edge there's a bit of pencil mark, but we won't worry about that. If you do find that you've got some pencil mark that you don't want to see, what you do, you make sure you're more organised than I am. You find yourself a rubber and you just rub it out. And then it's as if it wasn't there. There, sorted. I hadn't noticed that before, I'd have rubbed it out earlier. But there you go. There is our finished card. Now, in the middle, you've got this gorgeous embossed detail. Now, I'm not going to put a sentiment on this just yet, because I don't know what it's going to be for or who. But you could change out the colours, and you could use poinsettias, or you could use holly wreath. You could make this into a Christmas card if you wanted to. Might be a little bit late for this year, but perhaps next year. But you can make this for any occasion and anyone you like. So I'm going to leave it for there, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year, however you're celebrating, or even if you're not celebrating at all. I hope you have a happy time, and I'll probably try, well, I will try and come back once before Christmas Day, either tomorrow or Saturday. It'll probably be Saturday now. And I'll see you then. And in the meantime, do take care. I hope you have a go at this one and enjoy it. Do add any comments in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think, especially if you've done it yourself. Let me know how you get on. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you've enjoyed this video, and it gets my videos out to others. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not, I'd really, really love it if you could click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, especially if you have enjoyed this particular video, and then you'll never miss another one. And I'll see you soon with probably a Christmas message. So I'll see you then. And until then, take care everybody, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.